The time is precisely 1:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Chandima Veerakorn. Headlines: Police operation to trace those who left Western Province before curfew. Permission have been given for GCE A-level students to use calculators for their account subjects. 586 COVID patients have been identified during the last 24 hours. The United Nations organization expresses their fullest support to uplift tourism industry which had collapsed due to corona spread. State institutions in the Western Province to work from home again. Trump and Biden duel in critical state of Florida. Local stories in detail. Police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana says that 1,259 persons have been taken into custody for violating quarantine curfew rules. 178 vehicles have been taken over. The quarantine curfew has been imposed in 117 police areas since last 4th from time to time. The police have mounted a special operation to trace those who had stepped out of the Western Province yesterday, disregarding the request. He said legal action will be taken against such persons. Sri Lanka's COVID-19 figures surged yet again as 586 more persons were tested positive for the virus yesterday. Among them are 467 close contacts of earlier patients and 115 persons who are currently at quarantine centres. Thereby, the total number of positive cases registered by the Minuwangoda-Paliyagoda cluster hit 6,313. Further, 4 naval personnel who arrived from foreign countries have also been exposed to the virus, the Department of Government Information said. With the new development, Sri Lanka has confirmed 9,791 novel coronavirus infections to date. According to statistics, 4,142 of the confirmed patients have made complete recoveries from the virus. The epidemiology unit says 5,630 active cases are still receiving medical treatment at selected hospitals across the island. The United Nations organization has expressed their fullest support to uplift the tourism industry, which had collapsed due to spread of coronavirus. They also extended their support for the people who are engaging in tourism industry by implementing social attraction programs. The United Nations Permanent Representative Hannah Singer told this at a discussion held with the Minister Prasanna Ranatunga recently. The President's Media Division said a circular has been issued for government employees, especially in the Western Province and other main cities, to work from home, similar to the system followed in April this year. Issuing a press release, it said that the state institutions in the Western Province and the other main cities have been directed to re-implement the work-from-home method in order to control the spread of COVID-19. The heads of state institutions have been informed to prepare alternate plans to provide essential and other services using the experiences gained during the work-from-home period implemented from April to May 2020. The relevant circular has been sent to all secretaries of ministries and state ministries, provincial chief secretaries, district secretaries, department heads and chairpersons, and general managers of state corporations and statutory bodies. However, apart from these districts and the areas declared as high-risk zones by the Director General of Health Services, the state institutions located in other districts will continue to operate as normal following strict health guidelines. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Continuing with the local stories, the Buddhist Affairs Department has announced that the final date of accepting applications for the higher diploma course for Dhamma school teachers has been extended till the 15th of next month. This decision has been taken due to the spread of coronavirus. All Dhamma school teachers in Buddhist viharas can participate for this course, which will be held to develop their talents and concepts. The department also stated that the model application forms and information have been given to all Dhamma schools. Sri Lankan Muslims today celebrate the birthday of Prophet Muhammad in solidarity with the Muslim brethren around the world. Issuing a message regarding the birthday of Prophet Muhammad says that it is his view that living by the ideal of sacrifice that the Prophet made for the sake of humanity lays the foundation for a better and more developed society. We must eliminate hatred and suspicion among each other and live with the qualities that Prophet Muhammad preached. I wish a happy Milad Nabi to the Sri Lankan Muslim community as well as to the Muslims around the world. Issuing a message, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa points out that the means of teaching of Prophet Muhammad is to live with understanding, brotherhood and helping each other. Issuing a message by the opposition leader, Sajid Premadasa, said that we should determine to help poor people at this special day. To end the local news, the headlines again. Police operation to trace those who left Western Province before curfew. Permission has been given for GCE A-level students to use calculators for their account subjects. 586 COVID patients have been identified during the last 24 hours. The United Nations organization expresses their fullest support to uplift tourism industry which had collapsed due to corona spread. State institutions in the Western Province to work from home again. That ends local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
On the main news story, Commissioner General of Examinations Sanath Pujitha told the SRBC that the transport facilities have been made for the students sitting for this year's A-level examination tomorrow. Permission has been given for students to use calculators for their account subjects. He also stated that if there is any problem, they can contact the Chief of Examination Centre or dial 1911. That ends the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Moving on to Watch Light, our particular correspondent says that the Alpitia crematorium has been inactive since last 5 months. Therefore, the residents of Alpitia and suburban villages are facing severe hardship due to this reason. They request the relevant authorities to renovate this crematorium soon. This is for the attention of the chairman of the Alpitia Pradeshya Sabha. Moving on to world news, the headlines. Trump and Biden duel in critical state of Florida. France starts second nationwide lockdown. Landslides kill at least 19 after heavy rain in Vietnam. U.S. President Donald Trump and his Democratic White House challenger Joe Biden have held dueling rallies in the critical election state of Florida. Mr. Biden told supporters, "You hold the power. If Florida goes blue, that is Democratic, it's over." Celebrating soaring economic figures, Mr. Trump, a Republican, said of his rival, "He's going to lock you down." With just 5 days to go until Election Day, Mr. Biden has a solid lead nationally in opinion polls. But his advantage looks less assured in the battleground states such as Florida that will decide who ultimately wins the White House. France began a second nationwide lockdown today to stop the spread of coronavirus. Prime Minister Jean Castex said yesterday that people must remain at home except for commuting to and from work, shopping for food, and health-related reasons. He said that people will be allowed to go outside for exercise for up to 1 hour a day within a kilometer radius of their homes. Castex said the violators will be fined €135 or about $160. Restaurants, shops that sell goods other than daily necessities will not be allowed for customers, and the customers will not be permitted to enter the premises, but take-out and delivery services are permitted. At least 19 people have been killed and dozens are missing after torrential rains caused by a powerful typhoon triggered landslides in Vietnam. Typhoon Malave slammed into the coast near Da Nang City on Wednesday, bringing heavy rain and strong winds. The typhoon has affected more than 1 million people in central Vietnam, leaving destruction in its wake. Around 375,000 people were evacuated to safety before Malave struck with winds reaching 85 miles per hour. But as the typhoon moved west towards Thailand and Myanmar yesterday, rescuers were scrambling to find survivors after several landslides in rural Vietnamese villages. To end the world news, the headlines again. Trump and Biden duel in critical state of Florida. France starts second nationwide lockdown. Landslides kill at least 19 after heavy rain in Vietnam. That ends the world news.
Development News is brought to you by...
My wife always sets a full lunch table even if it's just the two of us. She always expects people to drop by, like maybe the army.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchies Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchies Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
Moving on with development news. The Board of Central Cultural Fund has allocated 3,400 million rupees for development projects for the year 2021 under the directives of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. A meeting of the CCF board was held yesterday at Temple Trees under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, who is also the Buddha Sasana Religious and Cultural Affairs Minister.
When Tati bought a new family car, it wasn't just for the four of us.
It's a 10-seater van. Enough for friends and relatives too.
Mummy insisted on building an extra room in our new house. Well, you never know who'll come to stay. We need more pillows too.
When I was studying late, Nangi would come by to help.
No, I don't know physics, but I do know you need a Munchie Super Cream Cracker.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others.
When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves.
Munchies Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
Sports News is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
And on sports news, in IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings won by 6 wickets against Kolkata Knight Riders in Dubai last night. Earlier put into bat, Kolkata made 172 for 5. Nitish Rana made a superb 87 in 61 balls. In today's match, Kings 11 Punjab will clash with Rajasthan Royals in Abu Dhabi. That ends the sports news.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bear here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go. Is the right amount of crunch and OMG so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Moving on to business news. The Minister of Plantation Industry says that new projects to develop cultivable lands and income-generating projects will be implemented. The objective of this move is to promote export while minimizing imports. The technology know-how, fertilizer, water and loan concessions will be provided for the cultivators. The 8 million rupees will be spent for these projects. That ends business news.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The wait is over, and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
On economic news, the Sri Lanka Board of Investment says that the investment agreement valued at $1.5 billion have been signed during the last 9 months. Director General of the board, Sanjay Mahatala, said that it is a remarkable note that several institutions have come forward to sign agreements even at the corona situation. It is expected to increase this $2.5 billion at the end of the year. That ends economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And finally, on the weather update, the Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in Uva, eastern and north central provinces and in Hambantota, Mullaitivu and Vavuniya districts after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places, particularly in Uva province and in Trincomalee and Ampara districts. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. To end this bulletin of news, the headlines again. Police operation to trace those who left Western Province before curfew. Permission have been given for GCE advanced level students to use calculators for their account subjects. 586 COVID patients have been identified during the last 24 hours. The United Nations organization expresses their fullest support to uplift tourism industry which had collapsed due to corona spread. State institutions in the Western Province to work from home again. Trump and Biden duel in critical state of Florida.